Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And yes, right now I will be watching one more Varanasi related interview. Now, this is an interview with SS Rajamouli, and a couple of you guys told me that the Screen Rant interview is really good. So, yeah, this is like just a little over 15 minutes. So, let's watch this right away.
What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with Screen Rant, and I am honored to be here in Hyderabad, India to speak with revolutionary filmmaker SS Rajamouli. SS, congratulations on finally unveiling Varanasi to the world.
Thank you so much, Liam. I'm so happy that you're here to witness it live along with the fans.
We had such an epic event over this past weekend, announcing the title, giving fans their first glimpse at what this epic film is going to be. And I want to start with the audience here in India. This is the most patient and charismatic and energetic audience I've ever experienced as a fan of film. How did it feel that despite, we had a little bit of delay getting the footage to people, for people to still be so raucous and energetic and cheering as loud as they did when this thing finally came together?
I think the first word that comes to my mind is gratitude. They have traveled so long, hundreds of kilometers they traveled. And from the parking lot, they walked 3-4 kilometers to come to the venue. And it was cold. It was the dew,
Filmed in November,
dew around. They're feeling really cold. And we had the technical glitch, not once, but twice. And still they were like patiently waiting there for the glimpse to be revealed. And not one cat call, not one impatient murmur, nothing. And once it finally happened, they were like roaring their appreciation. I can only feel grateful for them.
Mm-hmm. Part of the reason it took so long is because this thing is being shot for 1:4:3 IMAX. It is the best format to watch a film, that aspect ratio, and also that quality of picture. When did it come together that this was the way you were going to deliver this picture, specifically in that 1:4:3:1 IMAX ratio?
Once we started designing the worlds of Varanasi, I'm not saying world of Varanasi, I'm saying worlds of Varanasi.
I got that.
The story takes you to different worlds.
Yeah.
We realized we need a bigger format to and capture their magnificence. So then we thought of how can we do that? How can we go about it? And obviously, IMAX is the first thing that came to our mind, and then all the technical discussions went on. It is essentially the largeness of the worlds which made us push towards the largeness of the screen. And I thought, when I first revealed the glimpse, the audience should see it in the big screen. And unfortunately, we don't have much of big screens here in India. And we had this audacious thought that if we don't have, let's build one. And we literally built that 100-foot by 130-foot screen to reveal the glimpse.
That was the size?
Do you think by 2027 we'll see a 1:4:3 IMAX screen in India?
In India, we call something like dharna. That says, like, if we are not happy with someone, we pitch tents outside their office and say we demand something to. So I'm going to pitch tent outside IMAX in LA and demand them, do a dharna demanding them. We need big screens here in India.
Amazing. I'll put in a good word for you. I talk with the IMAX folks quite a bit. And it's really cool that, if you don't have it, you just build it. To see a trailer like that in that format was amazing. I want to talk about your cast here as well. This story is a long time coming, but specifically your collaboration with Mahesh Babu has been 15 years in the making. I was reading 2010 was when you guys first started having conversations about working together.
Wow. I like that he did his research. That's nice. Good. That's what when I love when interviewer do their due diligence and then ask really relevant questions.
Talk to me about why it took this long for you two to finally come together.
So we met at a kind of cusp of transformation of Telugu cinema and Indian cinema. Before that, we used to make the directors and actors used to make 1 or 2 films a year. We used to do faster, and we had some commitments with certain producers. So when we first met Mahesh, and I had 3 commitments at that point of time, and I said, the moment I finish my commitments and when you finish your commitments and we'll together. The idea was that 3 commitments would take about 3 or 4 years at the most. That was the idea. But after that, I started the film Ega, which was supposed to happen in 6 months, happened for 2 years. Then I started Bahubali, which is supposed to happen in 2 years, took 3 years to complete in 2 parts. Then came RRR, which was hindered by the COVID, which was supposed to happen in 2 years, happened for 3 years. So that's how the timeline started expanding. But we were always committed that we are going to work together, and that's why it took so long.
For you, with this story specifically, was something that went right with RRR, that something there that unlocked the studio backing of wanting to do a Varanasi?
We don't have studio system here. It is the individual producer who
production companies,
companies who does that. So the system is quite different here. And I have been known for pushing the budgets and boundaries right from my second or third film. I started pushing the boundaries a little bit more than what the market is. And with Bahubali, we pushed it like really
very high.
Harder.
It was nothing like people had
seen. And
we're
successful
before.
In doing that. So the production companies had that trust in me that even though the budgets are higher,
they'll get the
we
returns.
will find out ways of bringing back the investments. And we have proved it. We, in the sense, me and my team have proved it over and over again that we could do it. So the production company had trust in us. So it is not a corporate structure that just looks at the numbers. It is the trust and confidence of individuals which makes it happen.
Mm-hmm. And this is a story, again, it's so epic in proportion. It almost is something that I feel like you'd want to take your time in building up to executing a story like this. It's being marketed with #Globetrotter, and that can almost mean a twofold meaning, because obviously this film is spanning multiple locations over the globe, but it's also with the ambition of getting audiences from all over the globe involved in this film. I want to talk about your other lead in this film, Priyanka Chopra. Getting her in this project after spending a couple of years in Hollywood doing projects like Heads of State, I really liked recently, or Citadel, the streaming series. What does having someone like Priyanka coming back to Indian cinema with the luxury of having worked with Hollywood for a little bit do for this film's scope and scale?
I have been a fan of her since long time. I loved her work, the way she performs, whether it's a badass character or a vulnerable character. She really gives it all. And so when we started writing the character of Mandakini, I'm afraid I'll reveal more to you than one that I should. But the character had characteristics which is like, really she can kick ass, which is like she can kick a bunch of people out, but at the same time there are portions where she's like really, really vulnerable. So I was looking for an actor who can play both with ease.
Very much ease.
I could find actors doing this, I could find actors doing that, but it was a compromise to find an actor to do both. So that's when we thought of PC, and we thought, wow, she fits the bill exactly. And we approached her. It's been a while since she did an Indian film. I think the last film she did 8 years back. And
so happy to have her.
She did a lot of Hollywood productions, Western productions in between. There was a little doubt in me that, like, did she change? Did her approach or how she presents herself for the screen, for the Western audience, would she be influenced by that? Would she get back to her Indian ways? I had a little doubt. I had a little doubt, but on the first day, first shot, she was like fish into water. Like she just did it like that.
Amazing. She's been putting in work. We spoke briefly at the reception after the trailer launch event that this production is going to be going on for a while. You guys, at the time of this interview, have only shot about half, and I was reading the ambition is a 200-minute runtime. Is that accurate?
200-minute is how much?
3 hours, 20 minutes?
Around so. Let's. I would say it will be just around three hours, definitely. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's a lot of confidence to have in your audience to maintain that attention span. Because I also read, was it originally going to be a part 1, part 2 situation? Did you ever toy with that?
We considered it briefly, and
Okay.
we quickly dropped the idea. It's a one film, one part film.
And you feel like that 180-minute runtime, whether it be 3 hours or beyond, audiences are going to be locked in the full time?
See, if the audiences are not invested in the characters or the world, forget 3 hours. They won't even watch it for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? You watch a YouTube video or something. If you're not interested, you're going to flick it away. So I don't think runtime is the issue. It is about
How well
pulling
you
them
connect
into the world.
Yeah.
If you're
That's
if
true.
you're able to do that as a director, if you're able to do that, I don't think runtime is a major issue.
It's not an issue for me. I love my longer films. I want to spend as much time in this world as possible.
Yeah,
So that's really
and I think as Indian audience, we have been so used to the 3 hour runtime. 2.5 hour runtime was like norm for like people like millennials, at least I would say, for us growing up. So nowadays even a 2 hour runtime film is something considered really really long, because now people are like 1.5 hour, yeah, it's over, like finish the film off. But I feel like growing up, 3 hour runtime was a really normal thing. I'm glad it's coming back.
really wonderful to hear. On that note too, from what we've seen in the trailer, I know we really can't reveal just about anything about the plot, but we're not only spanning the globe with locations we're going to, we're spanning time.
Yeah.
We're going to 2027 of the Common Era, but we're also flashing back centuries.
Yeah.
Are those scenes, if you can reveal this, going to be told in chronological order, or will we hop between time throughout the production?
I can't reveal at this point, okay? But the idea of putting that trailer of that glimpse out is that for the fans, for the audience to come out with their theories. I mean, there are
Clues.
subtle and not so subtle Easter eggs in there, and already people are pulling them out, saying this is what this is, so this is what's going to happening. They're pulling out stories themselves, which is the intention, and I'm so happy about it.
The theories are wild.
Yes.
People are using every character possible on social media to dissect each individual frame.
Yeah.
I'll try this question again. I don't know if you can answer it specifically. It feels like we're dealing with some mythology from Indian
Yes.
culture.
Yes.
What is your balance between pulling from stories that have existed in yesteryear and also telling an original SSR story?
I don't think these stories are, in a way, if you put it, I don't think these stories are yesteryear. They are blood flowing in our veins, like it's constant. The stories are constantly within us. They might have happened thousands of years back. They might have been written thousands of years back, but they are within us throughout our lives, right from our childhood. We
Yeah.
live it. We go through that. It's a part of our lives.
Yeah.
So it
part
is
of
not
growing
difficult
up.
for me to blend those elements. The difficulty part is like whether I live up to that expectation the audience have when we deal with these epics. That is challenging for me. Blending the emotions is not.
I have 2 more questions for you here. Again,
Please.
I could talk to you all day, but I know I want this experience to be as pure as possible. So I don't want to know too
I
much
like
going
this
in.
interview.
The release date
Good
ambition is
questions.
2027. From that trailer that was put together, this feels like a very ambitious visual effects film.
Yes.
I also read that you were doing some VFX heavy shots early in production, so those could like already be accelerated to post-production.
Yes.
Do you still believe 2027 will be the release date?
Yes, that's the belief. We work towards our belief. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing, because here in American cinema, we are prone to delays all too often. And
I am prone to delays.
Sure.
I have a big bad name that I delay productions, but yeah, but we'll
Yeah,
work
but at
towards
least
it.
if you have
something
a
from our
deadline
audience
set,
that I saw a lot
it's
of
better.
comparisons on social media was people drawing parallels between this film and Avatar, the epic that James Cameron had created for American audiences. When you hear a parallel like that, drawing parallels between your work and James Cameron, not even just as filmmakers, but just the scope and scale of story you're trying to tell here, what does that mean to you as a filmmaker?
I feel very humbled, and there is no way that I can compare myself with the legendary great Jim. No, there is no way I can compare myself. He's like a master, and I'm a student. That's what I can tell.
He's
I
being
will
very
say
humble.
it's apples and oranges a little bit too, because you guys come from different worlds. So I think it's going to be really special when this film reaches American audiences as well, because sure, there might be a little bit of parallels from a trailer standpoint, but you're telling such unique stories, the two of you. Final question I'll ask you, when that trailer dropped, again, it was a cultural movement. I believe at the Eastern time, it was like very early in the morning, yet a lot of my audience, specifically Screen Rant's audience, was going crazy about the film. Was there anyone that surprised you who reached out to you to share just adulation about what they were seeing?
I mean, there were like fans from everywhere, fans from my country, the friends and my fellow directors, everyone were reaching for me. And the word that comes out was like audacious. That's the word that comes out, and it is audacious for us to think on these lines and to execute it. And when that is the most spoken word about the glimpse that comes out, it feels like, yes, we were successful in the first step, but there are 100 more steps ahead of us. We need to take one at a time.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
true.
The audacity of the imagination is something I heard spoken about this film, and just your vision as a filmmaker. And it's a huge title to live up to, but your whole career, you've lived up to it so far. So here's looking forward to 2027. It can't come soon enough. SS, thank you again so much for your time.
Thank you, Lam. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
This was a very nice interview. I mean, it was short, but I think the questions were great overall. I'm going to stop this. I think the biggest takeaway from the interview previously, the Collider interview that I watched, and this one as well, because this is from the director's perspective, is the sheer commitment. This is my biggest takeaway, is the sheer commitment to ensure that they tell a good story and they do something so out of the box that it just gives the audience a very, very unique experience. Because see, if for the teaser itself, the 3-minute glimpse where they are showing us different worlds and the worlds that we will be taken to in terms of like the whole movie experience, and like Rajamouli sir said that when we were discussing that, because the world was so large, and to just show the grandiousness of this world, we had to shoot it in IMAX. Like that was a decision that was taken, right? So it's just the commitment levels of the crew, director, actor, to deliver something which is probably beyond our imagination. Because when we think of SS Rajamouli films, after Bahubali, the perception completely flipped, right? So I feel that whenever he is announcing a film and he's showing us a glimpse like that, we are thinking we will watch something which is beyond our imagination, like something we have never experienced in cinema before. And that is a huge pressure to have. Like that is a lot of expectation riding on you. And I think they know that. So that's why I think in the end, when he said this is the first step, and to make that glimpse also, they have thought about so many things, so many VFX artists were behind it, this and that. So they said that we were successful in only the first steps, but there are like 100 more steps now. So it's a long journey, and fine, 2027, maybe it'll get delayed, maybe not, but I feel that if, say, next year, they announce that, you know what, it's the final product, we're working on it, it's not as per our standards, so we're going to push it a little further, I'm okay with that. To be very honest, I will be completely okay with that, because I care about the end product. I care about, like, if they are putting in so much time and effort, the end product should make them also happy. And then, I mean, in the end, it is us, the audience, we are going to decide the fate of this film in the box office. So even if the date pushes further and it's not exactly 2027 that we're getting it, I think I'm totally cool with that. Like, fine, take your time, make the final product like perfect as per their eyes. So I liked his questions as well. Even in the 15-minute time slot, he has asked really, really good questions. And this was a really fun interview. I'm so glad that we are getting at least some context, because this year, I don't know if you're going to get any glimpse or any teaser of any sorts. I don't think so. I mean, if we get, it's a bonus for us. But at least so early on, we are getting these interviews. At least it is giving us some sort of perspective, which is great. So yeah, that was my reaction to the Screen Rant Plus interview with SS Rajamouli. And let me know what are your thoughts. And can somebody tell me, because even Priyanka said in the previous interview that I reacted to and here as well, that people have made really, really cool theories. Is there like a thread or something where I can read those? I'll be very, very happy. So let me know that in the comments. Yeah, that was my reaction. Those were my thoughts, and I'm going to sign off now. And I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.